Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 472. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host today. Before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the thumbs up and little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. So we have yet another series that I'm starting here, and there's going to be, again, plenty of guests. Now, the reasoning, before the reasoning, I want to thank everybody who helped me out doing the top 10 hair metal opening tracks. I've tagged you all in the description below, so this is an unofficial invite if you wish to join in for this series also. So once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody that participated in the last series for the top 10 hair metal opening tracks. Now, today, we are going to be doing top 10 hair metal deep cuts. Now, the reason behind this episode is quite simple. I forget who I was talking to, and I was discussing my ex, and I know she's not watching, so who fucking cares? But it all started with when we went to Vegas and we went to the Kiss putt. You know, there was a putt, mini putt. Okay, so when we went to the Kiss mini putt, you were able to request some Kiss songs to be playing while you're playing. And I had requested Calling Dr. Love, because that's my favorite song of all time. And also, I requested Last Chance off of Monster. I forget what the other third one was. It was something... It was a deep cut, let me put it that way. And then my ex, she requests Rock and Roll All Night. And I still remember the guy in charge of the music going, like, kind of rolling his eyes. I'm like, really? That's the song? So, this episode is basically... to show, if you want to show people, like, tell us what your deep cuts are from certain bands, and I'm going to give you the rules soon there, but that's what basically it is there. It's to tell the general public that there is more than Pour Some Sugar on Me, or Here I Go Again, or Home Sweet Home. There is more to hair metal than just those songs. So here we are. We're going to be... I'm going to give you my top 10 and a few honorables of my favorite hair metal deep cuts. But this is mostly, I mean, I know you're watching this because you're a hair metal fan, and most of the people here, either on the channel or commenting, know pretty much what all these deep cuts are to begin with. So this is your chance to go and show this series to your friend or wife or husband or whatnot there, that there is more to these bands than just those hits that we all know. So for this series here, the top 10 hair metal deep cuts, here are the rules. Cannot be an opening track, okay? Because we did that in the last series. So let's just take that off the board right now. Cannot be an opening track to an album, and of course the same rules apply there about the intro versus, a small intro, blah blah blah. Okay, it cannot be a single, even if it flopped. It can't be a single. Can't be a video also. You'll notice that sometimes a video and a single do not necessarily match. Okay, it can be on a compilation or a live album, and I'm talking about like Triumph stages. There's 2 bonus tracks or extra tracks on that, or on a compilation like Smashes, Trashes, and Hits. If you really think that, I mean, okay, that's not a good example there, because Let's Put Dicks in Sex was a video. But if there's a compilation with, some extra new tracks, yeah, they would qualify if there's no video or they were not released as a single. Any year you want. There's going to be no limit. As long as it's hair metal, you can basically put any year you want on this here. EPs and LPs are allowed. And also, last but not least, your choice cannot be Aces High by Iron Maiden. There, I've said it. So those are the rules for the game. So once again, you can write in the comments what your choices are. If you would, want to show off or tell someone, there's more to this band than, that one song. Here is your top 10 hair metal deep tracks. So my first one will be, I'm doing this alphabetically, no really preference. So here are my top 10, but they're just alphabetical here. So I'm going to go again with Autograph from the album That's the Stuff. And I am going to go with Six String Fever. Now, depends which version of this album. I remember the vinyl, the cassette or the CD. Anyway, it had We're an American Band, and Six String Fever was not even on the album for some reason. Now I got both. I got We're an American Band on a maxi single, but oh my God, I heard that song. I was like, why wasn't this like a single or whatnot there? So, yeah, great, catchy song here. So from Autograph, That's the Stuff, I am going to go with Six String Fever. All right, now you're catching on how this works here. All right, next up, and by the way, most of these are known bands. I know my guests tend to go really obscure, and I'm going to leave the obscurities to my guests because they have killed it the last series. So I'm hoping they're going to kill it again in this coming series. But mind you, if you want to put some very known bands also, by all means, go ahead, okay? All right, next up, we have got from Dokken, I'm going to go with the closing track, Turn On the Action. Turn on the action! Turn on the night! Turn on... Like, there's a reason why this is my favorite Dokken album, but my God, talk about a way to end this album on a friggin' banger. That song is just like pure adrenaline, hard rock, hair metal, what do you want to call it there? But yeah, Turn On the Action for me would be my next choice from Dokken's Tooth and Nail. Just too bad the album cover really sucks. There you go, Dokken. All right, next up, I'm going to go with Enough's Enough from the album Animals with Human Intelligence. Now, I went to see Enough's Enough with my buddy Steph. Was it last summer or 2 summers ago? I forget. I'm pretty sure it's last summer. And I kept singing to him this one song that I really enjoyed from this album. So my choice for Enough's Enough would be Marianne Lost Her Baby. Marianne lost her baby. Now, yeah, it's not a typical, I'm not a lyrics guy. I'm assuming it's because she had a, what do you call that in English? They're in Fos Kush there. Anyway, the baby was stillborn. I think that's what you call it there. Not the fact that she brought her kid to the playground and they got lost in the woods. I don't know there. But I was singing to him all night, that one song. And I don't know, it always got me like nobody knows that song exists. So from Enough's Enough, Animals with Human Intelligence, I am going to go with Marianne Lost Her Baby. Okay, there you go. All right, next up. Oh my God, I remember this song here. And again, I checked. I'm hoping that, these were not singles or videos there, but to my knowledge, they aren't. So the next one here is from Firehouse from the album Hold Your Fire. That's it. I keep calling this one Reach for the Sky for some reason. That my God, probably 10 years ago, my sister, my friend Steph, and myself went to see Firehouse, Rat, Cinderella, and Quiet Riot live at the Docks. And I don't know, I made myself a little, while we were driving there, made myself a little mix of all the bands. And I had put on this here, Rock You Tonight. Yes, it's not going to win any awards for originality, lyrics-wise, okay? But, oh my God, does the sound, like the bass, just, I love the bass sound on this. Super catchy. And I remember talking to my friend Steph when this song was playing. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not the most original song, but man, do I love that song. And his answer, I'll always remember, hey, that's rock and roll. But, yeah, so from the album Hold Your Fire by Firehouse, I am going to go with Rock You Tonight. There you go. All right, one sec there. All right. Next one here is I went on Peter Kerr's channel Rock Daydream Nation to talk about this band here. By the time this airs, I think it's going to air. It might have already aired or will air soon. But I'm talking about Hanoi Rocks. And I'm going to be doing an episode about Hanoi Rocks, because this is one of those bands right now that I'm discovering for the first time in like the past year or two there. And oh my God, this band is so good. But again, more on that when I do that episode. So for this album here, so from their album, Two Steps from the Move, I'm going to go with High School. Okay? I want to teach high school. This is one of those songs that I keep telling myself, where has this song been all my life? It is catchy. It's not what I was expecting from Hanoi Rocks. And I actually checked my, I had bought a really, I guess, a bad greatest hits off of iTunes. And you know what? It only had the first albums. It doesn't even feature this album. So I was like, no wonder I really didn't care for it, because this album is great. So yeah, I'm going to put High School by Hanoi Rocks from the album Two Steps from the Move. This is one of those bands right now I'm really digging. And I mean, as a teen, I really just did not understand, but that's another episode for another day there. So Hanoi Rocks, High School. Enjoy that one. Okay, next one here. This one really is an obscurity here. This, when I first started buying vinyls, I remember finding this in the wild here in Ottawa. And yeah, good luck finding this band in the wild in Ottawa. It's like basically very much a lot of luck here. So here's Highway Child from the album Rock-A-Rama. Now this one I checked. There's not much. Encyclopedia Metallium, whatever, says this song was not released as a single or a video. So I am gonna put You Took My Heart. But I'm going to use a loop because certain pressings, it's the fourth song on the album, while this one here is number one. It's the first one, and that's, you know, a rule I didn't want to break. But I'm going to use that Whitesnake loophole and try using a different pressing. Let me just check here what pressing this was here. All right, so I just checked the Netherlands, how you would pronounce it there, starts off with the song Rock-A-Rama, so I am safe with that one here. But my version here starts with You Took My Heart, and my God, that is such a banger of a song. So yeah, You Took My Heart from Highway Child, from the album Rock-A-Rama. and I'm going to use the Netherlands pressing to skip my own rule or get out of my own rule. So there you go. Highway Child. And that's not easy to find here in the wild in Canada. I'm telling you that right now. It's quite lucky. Okay, next one here from Canada, a Canadian band, and I am going to go with Kick-Axe, Welcome to the Club. And the song I am going to choose here is Too Loud, Too Old. Wow, what a heavy song. My God, that is, would I say it's their heaviest song? Maybe. I mean, it is the heaviest on this album for sure, if you compare it to the other two albums. Maybe, yeah, I know. But what a banger of a song that is. Oh my God, it's so like in your face there. The album I find is good, but that one song, like I said, it's not always about, On the Road to Rock, which was on the Vices album, which is the album everybody seems to be talking about. I'm going to give some love here to Welcome to the Club. So, so from Kick-Axe, Too Loud, 3 little dots, Too Old is my choice for this one. All right, next up is a band that I can't believe at the time I didn't. Well, there's a reason, again, that's a story for another episode, why I didn't want to buy any, but I'm going to go with Kix from the album Midnight Dynamite, and I am going to go with Layin' Rubber. That is basically the speediest song they've ever done. My friend Steph is going to laugh there. I'm going to compare it to Rat's Body Talk. Speedy like that. It's not speed metal, obviously, there. But, oh my God, what a friggin' kick-ass song. I love this album too there. I love Kix now too there. Don't get me wrong there. But at the time, I don't know why. Well, again, it's a story for another episode, I guess. But Kix from the album Midnight Dynamite. I'm going to go with Layin' Rubber. So here's my choice for that. I think I've got 2 more, and then we're going to go to the honorables. Okay, this one here. Okay, well, I'm going to go show you the album. So it's Motley Crue's Theater of Pain. And every time I talk with my buddy Steph, I'm like, nobody seems to talk about this song, and I friggin' love this song. So from Theater of Pain, I am going to go with Tonight, in brackets, We Need a Lover. We need a lover tonight. We need a lover tonight. We need a lover tonight. Now, it's a rockin' song, and just, sure, the recording's sloppy, and I love it, okay? I don't know, there's just something about that song that just gets me going, and again, nobody ever seems to be talking about that song, but, and it goes a little bit faster near the end there. I almost went with, what was that one there, my buddy? Fight for Your Rights. But yeah, I'm going to go with Tonight, and in brackets, We Need a Lover. I friggin' love that song here, and I don't know, I think it's great. Probably, I would say, arguably even my favorite of this album. It's not just about Home Sweet Home, let me put it that way. And Smoking in the Boys' Room regarding this album here. So there you go. Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. Tonight, We Need a Lover. And last one from my top 10, I am going to put, and the reason I thought about this one here is I did with my buddy Steph. Once again, this guy, I'm name dropping that guy a lot of times there today. Sorry, Concert Steph, it's not you this time. It's my other buddy Steph there. Um, I did a battle of the albums with him, and I even said, why wasn't this song a single or a video or whatnot? So I'm going to go from David Lee Roth's Skyscraper, and I'm going to go with Hot Dog and a Shake. That's what you're hungry for. Hot dog and a shake. I'm like, that is like one of those gems that to me is just like, because there's so much crap on this album here. Almost went with Knuckle Bones, but that's an opening track, and I'm not gonna use my loophole for that one. I saved that for Highway Child. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Hot Dog and a Shake. That is so, and of course, yeah, I remember the conversation. It was like Stand Up was like the second single video, and we're all like, that is a load of garbage. Sorry, I'm not gonna say a load of garbage. That is easily one of my least favorite songs of this album. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know, right? But yeah, Hot Dog and a Shake from David Lee Roth, Skyscraper. Yeah, friggin' love that song, and it's a shame that this is really a forgotten song. So these are my 10 official choices. Now I'm going to show you my honorables. These are really quick ones. From Helix, Walking the Razor's Edge. Always loved 6 strings, 9 lives. Great heavy track with a different type of key chorus. So love that one. And always loved this song here when it came out. It's probably my second favorite of the album. And again, another forgotten one from Rats, Dancing Undercover. I'm going to go with Enough Is Enough. I've always loved that song. One of those forgotten. I don't know anybody that talks about that song when they even talk about this album. They talk about every other song except that one. I love the last song off of this album. Enough Is Enough from Dancing Undercover. Lots of people here think that this next album is a big pooch. I would probably agree, like production-wise anyway. So from Quiet Riot 3. My favorite song is not The Wild and the Young, like everybody, that's one, a little bit way too overproduced there. But I'm going to go with Put Up or Shut Up. I'm like, that's just, it sticks out as a sore thumb as just being a straight ahead rocker, while all the other ones have way too many bells and whistles and keyboards and blah, blah, blah. So, and again, another reason for this series is I had an idea of why wasn't this certain song a single. I think I was up to 5 songs. I'm like, okay, there's not enough to make an episode, so I'll put it in this one here. And that one was there. Same thing with Hot Dog and a Shake. This one was part of that list also. So I'm going to go with Put Up or Shut Up from Quiet Riot 3 or QR3. I do love the album cover there. Very classy album cover. Love it. And on 2 CDs here, I am going to go with, from Tesla's Bust a Nut, and I'm going to go with Shine Away. I mean, the song starts off good, but the end, oh my God, it just like, what is it like, you know, like a Halloween type of, or sorry, Iron Maiden, like Iron Maiden type of, you know, guitar, like that type of, friggin' love that part at the end there. So yeah, off of Bust a Nut, I'm gonna go with Shine Away. And last one here, another one that really doesn't get a lot of love here. So I'm gonna go with Winger from the album Karma. And I'm gonna go with the last song, if you take off the hidden bonus track there. I'm gonna go with Witness. And I remember talking with my buddy Steph when we were playing ball hockey, and this song has the same structure as Headed for a Heartbreak, where it's a long song and ends with an outro guitar solo. And same thing from their last album, 7. It all comes back around. long song and ends with an outro guitar solo. Well, same thing here with Witness. This also is a longer song and ends with a outro solo. And like I was saying, I was talking with my buddy Steph ball hockey. Like, did you hear that song Witness? I'm like, oh my god! Like, while we're changing into our gear, we always talk music, me and Steph. Did you check out that album? Did you check out that album? And I guess that one just came out or whatnot there. And yeah, I friggin' love that song. So to me, Witness is one of those songs by Winger. I'd say you got it if you like Headed for a Heartbreak, structure wise, and it all comes back around. Check out Witness. To me, they have 3 songs that are like that. It's just that one is definitely not as popular. And I think it was played live once. You can find on YouTube. Even when we were like, people keep asking us to play that one live. So here's this one time. So anyway, there you go. Those are my top 10 and 5 honorables. So top 10 hair metal deep cuts. So if you wanted to tell off, I guess, a general fan of music that just, listens to what the radio has to offer or what new hits of the week, your Pour Some Sugar on Me, Here I Go Again, Home Sweet Home. What else was a big hit there? Every Rose Has a Storm. Like there's more songs to these bands than just those hits. It's like, hey, sure, those songs may be good, but these songs haven't been played to death and are even better, according to me. This is, my list anyway there. I mean, some hits are great, don't get me wrong. But sometimes you're just like so sick and tired of hearing the same hit after hit there. Like I don't need to hear Crazy Train or Rock You Like a Hurricane ever again. But I'm sure I would prefer listening to some deep cuts from those albums also. So anyway, this is the first episode of this series. Let me know in the comments what your top 10 deep cuts from hair metal are. And now the invitation is out there for everyone who wants to participate in this series. And there will be another series. By the time this airs, it will have already been recorded. I'm not going to say what the series is called. You'll just have to see. But that one is strictly for YouTubers. I'm just saying that right now. So anyway, on that note, all right. So on that note, have yourselves a great whatever. Thanks for watching, and hopefully leaving some awesome suggestions as comments. And I'd like you to have yourselves a great whatever. And we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.